9 deep signs someone's crushing on you so hard it's driving them crazy. Psychology tricks. Love is not just a feeling, it's a series of actions and signs that speak louder than words. Have you ever had that gut feeling that someone is trying to hide their true feelings from you, but their actions give them away? It's in the way they look at you when they think you're not paying attention, the nervous chuckles they can't quite control, or how they lean in just a little closer than necessary. Psychology reveals that when someone is secretly crushing on you, their mind might try to mask it, but their body language, their eyes, and even the tiniest gestures can betray them. I've spent years observing human behavior, and trust me, when someone is drawn to you so intensely, it's like they can't help but reveal it no matter how hard they try. In this video, I'll uncover 9 undeniable signs that show someone is harboring feelings for you, so intense it's almost driving them crazy. And the final sign? It's so subtle that many people overlook it. Sign 1. Their eyes betray them. When someone has a crush on you, their eyes become an open book, revealing more than they ever intend to. The eyes, often referred to as the windows to the soul, speak volumes that words simply can't express. You'll pick up on it even if they try to be subtle. It could be a fleeting glance when they think you're not looking, or it might be a more obvious moment when their gaze locks onto yours. They hold it just a beat too long, like their eyes are reluctant to break the connection, and then quickly shift away, almost as if caught off guard. The brain releases dopamine, the chemical associated with pleasure and reward, whenever we're attracted to someone. This feeling of happiness and anticipation increases their desire to make that connection, and eye contact amplifies that rush. In the midst of all this, female psychology plays a major role. When a woman is drawn to someone, her subconscious is guiding her eyes to give away her true feelings. The heart may be hesitant, but the eyes are fearless. There's a vulnerability in the way they look at you. Perhaps they're not saying anything aloud, but in their gaze, there's an unmistakable hint of longing, curiosity, or admiration. The eyes search for you even in the most crowded places, scanning the room for your presence. That moment when your eyes meet, there's a subtle intensity to it, an almost magnetic pull that draws you both in. In a crowded setting, it's not your voice or your words that stand out. It's the way their eyes naturally gravitate toward you. It's as if their entire body language, every subtle movement, is subconsciously aligning to send a message: I want to connect with you. Psychologists have long studied this, and they've found that eye contact has a deeper psychological function than just a mere exchange. It's an invitation, a signal of emotional openness. When someone likes you, their eyes convey emotions that might be hard to articulate verbally. Even if they're trying to play it cool, their eyes can't hide the truth. It's a natural reflex, not something they can easily control. Your brain tells you to look at what you find interesting, and when you're interested in someone, your gaze follows them. This nonverbal cue is one of the strongest signs that attraction is present. In relationships, eye contact often plays a key role in building intimacy. It's a form of silent communication, allowing both parties to connect without uttering a single word. The intensity of those stolen moments, when they glance at you with unspoken curiosity, is the brain's way of saying, this person matters. When you're in the same room, you can feel it, even if they don't speak a word. There's an electric charge in the air, a shared understanding that you are both engaged in something far deeper than a casual encounter. So, how to fall in love? Pay attention to those subtle moments. Eye contact is the foundation of emotional connection. The more they lock eyes with you, the more they are subconsciously investing in the potential of a deeper relationship. These little moments speak louder than any casual conversation. If you're aware of them, you'll quickly see the signs of attraction unfolding before you. And as much as someone may try to conceal their feelings, their eyes always betray them. The eyes are the gateway, the first sign of deeper affection, revealing emotions that words may never fully express. Sign 2. Nervous energy around you. Have you ever noticed how someone changes the moment you walk into the room? Suddenly, they seem on edge, fidgeting, tapping their fingers, or speaking in a way that feels a bit too rushed or erratic. Maybe their voice cracks, or they trip over their words, even when they usually speak so smoothly. This isn't just ordinary shyness. This is nervous energy at its peak. Psychologically, attraction triggers a surge of adrenaline, the same chemical that fuels both excitement and fear. It's the body's instinctive response to a feeling that's hard to control. When someone is drawn to you, their body goes into overdrive, as though it can't quite keep up with the flood of emotions they're experiencing. This nervous energy is not just some temporary glitch in their behavior, it's their heart's way of speaking louder than their words. You'll often see them laughing just a bit too quickly at your jokes, perhaps even before the punchline lands. They talk faster, as if their brain is racing to catch up with their emotions. This is not a performance. This is a raw, unfiltered reaction to someone they're really attracted to. The chemistry between you is causing their body to respond in ways that are hard for them to hide. These nervous movements and reactions, they're the body's subtle way of signaling that something deeper is at play. If you notice this behavior, take it as a strong indication that you're making a profound impact. This person is feeling it. They're not just interacting with you, they're connecting on a much more visceral level, one that's beyond words. As a high value man, you have the ability to evoke such reactions. Your presence stirs something in them, making them nervous because they are aware of the attraction but may not know how to express it. The way you carry yourself, your masculine energy, creates an environment where they feel both excited and a little overwhelmed. This nervous energy is a clear sign that they are thinking about you more than they're letting on. You don't have to chase after them. Their body language is already giving away their feelings. As a man who understands attraction and how to attract women, you should know that these subtle signals are often the most honest ones. So, the next time you notice someone getting a little too nervous around you, don't dismiss it as coincidence. Understand that your high value, your presence, is making them react in ways they might not fully understand themselves. Embrace it. This nervous energy is a reflection of the magnetic pull you have, the result of your masculine energy drawing them in without you having to say a word. Sign 3. Overattentive listening. Let me tell you something. When someone has a deep crush on you, their listening skills are on another level. It's not just hearing you, they're absorbing everything you say with intense focus. Think back for a moment. Have you ever shared a small detail, something you thought was trivial, and later they bring it up as if it was the most important thing in the world? That's no accident. That's selective attention in action. Psychology teaches us that the brain filters out a lot of information, yet when we care deeply about something or someone, we become laser focused. For them, every word you utter holds weight, every phrase is meaningful. They remember not just the big stuff, but the tiny, seemingly insignificant moments, like how you take your coffee, that childhood pet you mentioned in passing, or even a funny story you thought you'd forgotten. It's like they're mentally storing away every little piece of you as if it's precious treasure. This kind of attentive listening isn't just casual, it's devotion. They're not just hearing your words, they're processing them, cherishing them, giving them more attention than anything else. This isn't something they're doing consciously, it's natural. You've become the center of their focus, and every small detail you reveal gets stored in their heart. It's as though you've unknowingly become the most important person in their world. And here's the kicker. The fact that they remember those tiny details proves something powerful. It shows that they're emotionally invested in you, that their attraction runs deeper than surface level interest. This kind of focus is a clear sign that their emotions are attached. The longer they hold on to these little things, the stronger their feelings grow. It's like the Stoic wisdom of focus on what you can control, and for them, that's you. Your words, your actions, your thoughts, all carefully etched into their mind. Remember, the power of overattentive listening doesn't just reflect an attraction, it reflects an iron mind that is unwavering in its dedication. In Stoicism, we talk about resilience and clarity, qualities that help us cut through the noise of life and focus on what truly matters. And when someone's crushing on you this deeply, they embody that principle in action. They're not distracted by the chaos of the world around them. No, their focus remains on you, on understanding you, on remembering everything about you, as if every little detail you share is a piece of a larger, more meaningful puzzle. So, how do you use this insight? Take note of how people around you engage in conversations. If someone is constantly bringing up little things you've said in the past, it's not by accident. You're more than just a passing thought in their mind. You're their focus, their priority. Acknowledge the power of this attention and realize that it's a form of affection and respect, a silent yet powerful expression of love and attraction. As you navigate your relationships, embrace this over-attentive listening. Be a man of the old Stoic wisdom. Cultivate deep presence and devotion. Focus your energy on what matters most. And don't be afraid to recognize when someone is doing the same for you. Their listening speaks volumes about the depth of their feelings. When someone listens with such passion and devotion, it's not just a sign of attraction, it's a sign that you've become a pivotal part of their life. You must always stay aware of these subtle yet profound signals. It's the little things, after all, that make the biggest impact. Stay strong, stay aware, and above all, stay focused. Just as the Stoics say, clarity in thought, devotion in action. This applies to both your actions and your relationships. Take this lesson to heart, and you'll understand the deeper connections you share with those around you. If you found this video insightful, like, comment below, and share it with someone who could benefit from recognizing these signs. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the psychology of attraction and relationships. Comment to affirm, I am worthy of deep attention and connection. Sign 4. Jealousy that slips through. Pay close attention to the subtle cues when you mention someone else, especially someone they may see as competition. How do they respond? Do they tense up, maybe go quiet for a moment, or even show a fleeting change in their facial expression, like their smile fading for an instant? These are the signs of jealousy slipping through, often in a way that can be easily overlooked. In the world of female psychology, jealousy is not always an obvious outburst or confrontation. Instead, it often manifests in smaller, almost imperceptible ways: body language, facial expressions, or brief moments of tension. Psychology tricks reveal that jealousy is deeply rooted in human nature. It's one of the oldest emotions we experience, stemming from the fear of losing something or someone we hold dear. This primal instinct drives people to act in ways that aren't always immediately visible to others. When they feel threatened by the presence of someone else, whether it's a colleague, a friend, or even a casual acquaintance, they may not openly admit to feeling jealous, but their actions often give them away. You might notice them quickly changing the subject, offering a forced laugh, or letting out a quiet sigh. These subtle shifts in behavior often have nothing to do with anger, but everything to do with fear. Fear that someone else might be encroaching on what they want most, a deeper connection with you. It's not about resentment toward the other person. It's about their desire to stay close to you, to ensure they occupy a special place in your life. Their jealousy reveals a vulnerability they might never admit aloud, but their body is telling the truth. Jealousy, in this context, is an expression of how much you mean to them. It's the emotional proof that they care more than they're letting on. This fear of losing you makes them act in ways that might seem out of character or even a bit awkward. But deep down, it's their heart speaking louder than their words. They might feel insecure, unsure of their place in your world, and yet they long to be the one who captures your attention and affection. When you notice these small changes in their behavior, like a shift in tone when someone else's name comes up, or a sudden hesitation in their response, it's not a cause for concern. Rather, it's a sign that your connection has become significant to them. They want to be the one who matters most. How to fall in love isn't just about the words they say, it's about the silent gestures that show their emotional investment in you. Psychology tricks often highlight the power of nonverbal communication, and jealousy is one of the clearest signals of emotional attachment. So, when you see these subtle signs, understand that they're an unspoken expression of their feelings. It's not an accusation or a cry for attention, it's their way of saying, I care. You matter to me. By recognizing these signals, you can gain a deeper understanding of their emotional world and the unspoken bond you share. Female psychology shows us that when someone's heart is involved, jealousy may just be their way of guarding that connection, even if it's in the quietest, most hidden way possible. Sign 5. Physical proximity tricks. Take a moment to observe how someone positions themselves around you. Are they leaning in when you're speaking, even though you're close enough that they could hear you from a distance? This isn't an accident. It's a clear sign they want to be closer, a subconscious invitation to connect on a deeper level. In the realm of psychology, this is known as mirroring, where their body naturally imitates your actions, your posture, your gestures. This behavior is instinctive and occurs when their mind is trying to bond with you to establish a stronger emotional connection. When someone feels drawn to you, their body doesn't need words to communicate that longing. It's a silent, yet undeniable message. Beyond just mimicking your movements, pay attention to the subtle physical touches. Perhaps a brief brushing of the hand or a gentle bump of the shoulder. These moments may seem innocent, even accidental, but to their heart, they carry immense significance. It's their way of expressing something they're hesitant to say. These small, fleeting moments of contact are where their body is telling you what their lips may not. It's a stolen second of closeness, a brief connection they cherish deeply, even if they don't fully acknowledge it. When someone is crushing hard, their desire to be near you can become overpowering. The distance between you two starts to feel like a barrier, something suffocating. And that closeness? It feels like oxygen. The closer they can get to you, the better. If you pay attention to how often they try to narrow that gap, whether it's leaning in, subtly shifting their position, or finding ways to get near you, you'll see that their body is craving more than just physical proximity. They're yearning for a deeper emotional connection that surpasses mere words. This subtle dance of physical closeness can be a revelation. It's not just about being close in the physical sense, it's about creating an emotional resonance. Mirroring, touch, and proximity are all ways of silently communicating desire, intimacy, and interest. When their body is drawn to yours, when they instinctively position themselves nearer, it's a sign that they're feeling the magnetic pull of attraction. For a high-value man, these signs are something you learn to recognize. You understand that attraction is not just about spoken words or grand gestures. It's the small, meaningful exchanges, the quiet movements that speak volumes. When women are drawn to your masculine energy, you'll notice these small, seemingly innocent actions, leaning in, mirroring your movements, or brushing your arm, because they want to be part of your world. Your presence, your energy, creates a space where they feel safe enough to express their feelings in ways that transcend words. As you begin to notice these signs of physical proximity, remember this. Their body isn't just trying to get closer physically, it's reaching for an emotional connection. When someone is crushing hard, every inch of space between you becomes a tangible obstacle. The desire to close that distance becomes overwhelming. Recognize that when someone moves closer, it's not only about their body reaching for yours, it's a sign that their heart is already ahead of them. The closer they come, the more they are letting you know how they feel. It's a magnetic connection, one that speaks louder than words ever could. So, what does this all mean? When you observe these physical cues, whether it's mirroring your posture, seeking accidental touches, or closing the physical distance, you're not just witnessing attraction. You're experiencing the early stages of emotional intimacy. The way their body naturally gravitates toward you is a clear sign that their feelings are growing. And as a high-value man, you're in a position to either embrace this connection or let it slip away. Keep your awareness sharp and remember, attraction is not just about the spoken word. It's in every subtle movement, every small gesture, every inch of space that they desperately want to close. If you find today's content useful to you, don't forget to share your feelings and lessons with us. Or simply comment, "Very cool." It's a great encouragement for our channel makers. Thank you very much. Sign 6. Social media signals. In the digital age, sometimes the most telling signs aren't shared in person, they're shared on a screen. You need to pay attention to how they interact with your posts. Notice how quickly they like your photos or how often they comment on your updates. That's not coincidence. In fact, psychology shows that social media creates a unique environment where we lower our guard. It's a space where people reveal what they might be too afraid to express face to face. And if they're constantly liking your posts or replying to your stories, they're not just passing time, they're sending you a message. When someone is crushing on you, they might not have the courage to say it outright. Instead, their feelings manifest in the smallest of gestures, those subtle likes, the comments that seem just a bit more thoughtful, the emoji reactions that carry a hidden meaning. These are the digital love notes of today. They may seem trivial, but don't be fooled. These small interactions are the breadcrumbs leading you to the truth. Late night replies? That's a game changer. There's something about the quiet of the night that makes people's emotions rise to the surface. In the stillness, when everyone else is asleep, their mind is clear and their feelings louder. If they're messaging you during those late hours, it's because you're on their mind. And when someone is focused on you at night, when they should be unwinding, it's a surefire sign that something deeper is at play. Here's the kicker: these late night messages aren't random. In fact, psychology tells us that people are more likely to open up when they feel safe in the digital world. Their phone, with all its notifications, becomes a sanctuary for their feelings, an escape from their fears. And you're the person they turn to when their emotions can't stay hidden any longer. Think about this. The next time someone's messaging you late into the night or liking your posts with an intensity that feels personal, recognize it for what it is: an invitation. They may not have the courage to say it outright, but their actions are speaking volumes. And that's where the wisdom of old Stoic philosophers comes into play. Know thyself. By understanding the underlying psychology, you can see beyond the surface of these digital signals and recognize the deeper message. So, when you get those subtle digital signals, pay attention. It's not just a casual interaction, it's a clear sign that someone is letting their guard down. They're giving you a glimpse into their heart without saying a word. Remember this: Old Stoic wisdom teaches us that we must remain strong and composed in the face of emotions. But it also teaches us to recognize and respect the emotions of others. The Stoic way is about understanding the world around you, reading between the lines, and using your iron mind to discern truth. In the world of digital communication, social media signals are just as real as face-to-face interactions. So, the next time you notice someone reacting to your posts with unusual attention, don't overlook it. That's not just another like, that's a sign that their feelings for you might be deeper than you realize. You must harness the wisdom of Stoicism to understand these signs, to know what is being communicated, and to respond with clarity and emotional mastery. When you can do this, you'll recognize that social media isn't just a space for casual interaction, it's a window into someone's heart. And that is an incredibly powerful place to be. Sign 7. The protective instinct. You've probably noticed it, the way some people seem to always step in when you need help, even if it's something that doesn't concern them. Or how they instinctively rise to your defense when someone crosses a line or says something wrong. This is the protective instinct at play. You might brush it off as just being kind or considerate, but trust me, it runs much deeper than that. Psychology tricks reveal that humans are wired to protect what they hold dear, what they value the most. When someone has a crush on you, that instinct is heightened. It's not just about wanting to be near you, it's about wanting to safeguard you, support you, and make your world a little bit safer. You see, this protective instinct isn't always loud or obvious. It's not about grand gestures or dramatic displays. It's a quiet, patient, and steadfast kind of love. It's the kind of love that expresses itself through subtle actions, a kind of unspoken care that often goes unnoticed. Maybe they'll speak up for you in a conversation, stand a little closer when things get tense, or offer help when you least expect it. They don't do this for praise or attention. They do it because, deep down, their heart is telling them that you're someone worth protecting. This protective instinct is more than just affection. It's a heart saying, I care about you more than words can express. This kind of behavior is tied closely to female psychology. When someone is emotionally invested in you, their mind goes into protection mode. They don't want to see you hurt, uncomfortable, or threatened. Whether it's standing by your side when someone insults you or offering their support during challenging times, their actions reveal a deep emotional attachment. This subtle but profound display of care shows that they're not just interested in you. They want to safeguard your well-being, protect your heart, and ensure that you feel secure in their presence. So, if you notice someone consistently stepping in to defend you or help you, Even in situations that don't directly involve them, there's a strong chance their feelings run deeper than mere friendship. This is how to fall in love through the small, often unnoticed gestures that show how much someone values your safety, your comfort, and your happiness. Don't ignore these signs. They're a clear indication that you've captured someone's heart, and that heart is fiercely protective of you. Remember, psychology tricks show us that the more someone cares, the more they'll do to shield you from harm, even if it's just through small acts of kindness and protection. It's not about saying the words, it's about showing you that they're there for you, no matter what. This protective instinct is a powerful force, one that speaks louder than any spoken confession of love. So, next time you see someone stepping in to defend or help you, take a moment to recognize it. Because behind those actions is a heart silently, patiently, and unwaveringly saying, I care about you. If you've noticed someone stepping up to protect and support you without hesitation, you're seeing a deep connection at work. It's more than just care. It's a sign that their feelings for you run much deeper than they let on. If this resonates with you, don't just sit back. Act now. Drop a comment saying, I recognize the love in their care, and let's keep the conversation going. You're one step closer to understanding the powerful psychology behind attraction. Sign 8. The subtle compliments. Have you ever experienced someone complimenting you in a way that felt deeply personal? It wasn't just about your outfit or your smile. It was something more, something that struck a chord in your very core. Maybe they noticed the way you laugh, or how you express yourself when discussing your passions. These compliments might seem small, but they carry a weight that goes beyond superficial acknowledgement. When someone is genuinely interested in you, their compliments are never random or shallow. They pay attention to the details that others overlook, the way you move, the little gestures that make you, you. It's not about flattering you for the sake of it. It's about reflecting the unique essence that only they've observed. They might mention how they love the way you always pause before answering a question, or how your eyes brighten when you speak about something you love. These compliments are a reflection of their deep focus on you. It's not just the nice things they notice, it's the subtle, often overlooked nuances that show they're truly seeing you. It's the way they remember how you like your coffee or how you laugh when you're genuinely happy. To them, these details are meaningful because they see you as a whole person, not just a passing interaction. It's this level of attention that gives their words a profound weight. Psychologically, when someone has a crush on you, they begin to absorb every little detail. Their brain doesn't just register the obvious things, it picks up on the hidden layers, the quirks that make you who you are. Compliments are their way of showing they value the real you and not just the surface. This attention isn't about trying to win you over with words, it's a subtle way of saying, I see you. I appreciate you. And every little thing that makes you who you are matters to me. As a high value man, you need to understand that when someone is drawn to you, they'll notice everything. Your energy, your movements, the way you express yourself, it all leaves an impression. If you want to attract women, pay attention to how they engage with you. Watch for the subtle compliments, those small acknowledgments of your unique qualities. And remember, it's not just about being complimented, it's about how those compliments reflect the deep, meaningful attention they are giving to you. They're not just admiring you from afar, they're actively absorbing the things that make you stand out. When you receive these kinds of compliments, understand that it's a reflection of your masculine energy at work. Women are drawn to men who are confident, who know who they are, and who exude self-assuredness. When you own your uniqueness, when you walk through life with confidence and purpose, you'll naturally attract people who recognize and value your worth. These subtle compliments are a way of showing respect. They're not empty flattery, they're signals of emotional investment. It's the other person's way of telling you they care, they're paying attention, and they see you as someone extraordinary. So, if someone compliments you in this personal, nuanced way, take a moment to appreciate the fact that they're not just giving you a compliment, they're showing you that you are worth their full, undivided attention. Sign 9. Subconscious mimicry. Have you ever noticed that when you're around someone who seems to like you, their actions almost seem to mimic yours? Maybe when you adjust your posture, they do the same. Or when you lean in to make a point, they unconsciously lean in too. This isn't a coincidence. It's a subconscious behavior that runs deep in human psychology. It's an automatic connection, an invisible thread that binds people together, especially when there's mutual attraction. This behavior is called mirroring, and it's one of the most powerful signs that someone is emotionally invested in you. When someone is crushing on you, their subconscious mind begins to reflect your movements, your gestures, and even the rhythm of your speech. This mirroring is not something they're doing on purpose. It's something that just happens, part of the brain's natural process of building rapport and connection. You can think of it as a silent conversation, one that speaks volumes about how much they want to be closer to you. As the Old Stoic wisdom teaches, we are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality, Seneca. In the case of mirroring, it's the mind's way of alleviating the fears of disconnection. Through this automatic mimicry, a person subconsciously aligns with you, creating a sense of unity. It's an effort to emotionally bond with you, to find common ground, and to establish a shared space where both of you are in sync without even realizing it. Imagine this: you're casually speaking, and they start adopting your expressions, or they mirror the tone of voice you're using. You might think it's a coincidence, but it's not. It's their way of silently saying, I want to connect with you on a deeper level. You'll notice this behavior not just during intense conversations, but even in the simplest of interactions. It's happening right under the surface, a sign that they are emotionally and subconsciously drawing closer to you. This mirroring effect is more than just copying. It's a clear indication that the person is emotionally invested in you. The more they mimic your body language, the more they are aligning themselves with you, emotionally and mentally. This is a powerful form of connection that transcends the conscious mind. It goes beyond words, and it reveals the depth of their feelings for you. As the Stoics believed, true emotional resilience and connection come from understanding these subtle signals. The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. Skillful pilots gain their reputation from storms and tempests. Epicurus, you might be asking yourself, why does this matter? It matters because it signifies that someone is trying to emotionally align with you. They're not just passively existing in your presence, they're actively trying to become part of your world. They want to sync with your rhythm, your mood, your energy. In today's fast-paced world, we often miss these subtle cues. But these little details are the building blocks of strong, lasting connections. When someone mirrors your body language, it's more than just a physical gesture. It's an emotional bond in action. They're saying, I'm here with you. I'm invested in what you have to say. I want to build something deeper. So, if you notice someone doing this, it's a powerful sign that they're emotionally invested. Their subconscious mind is telling you what their words might not. I want to be closer to you. They may not even realize they're doing it, but their actions are louder than words. They're saying, I care about you, in the only way their heart knows how, through silent, subconscious mimicry. Remember, in Stoicism, we talk about the importance of having an iron mind, a mind that is calm, deliberate, and aware. By noticing these subconscious signs of attraction, you gain a deeper understanding of human behavior, and most importantly, you develop the strength to navigate relationships with wisdom. Don't be deceived by appearances. Pay attention to these deeper signals. You must recognize these moments, these subtle connections, and use them to build stronger bonds. When you embrace the power of the Stoic mindset and practice awareness, you're able to create the kind of meaningful connections that last. The emotional bond they're trying to form with you might start with a simple gesture, but it's rooted in something far deeper, a desire to connect, to share, and to be a part of your life. Now, that's a power play in human interaction, one rooted in the ancient wisdom of Stoicism, and one that can help you thrive in any relationship, personal or professional. Keep this in mind as you navigate the complexities of attraction. Understand the power of subconscious mimicry and recognize it for what it is, a silent declaration of interest and emotional investment. Hey, thanks for sticking around until the end. I hope you've gained some valuable insights into the deep psychology behind attraction. So, what does all this really mean? When someone is crushing on you, it's not just about butterflies or attraction. It's about fear. Fear of rejection, fear of losing you, fear of exposing their heart too soon. All those signs you've seen, The lingering glances, the nervous energy, the little touches, the protective instincts, their silent messages, they speak louder than words ever could. Now that you know what to look for, ask yourself, have you noticed these signs in someone close to you? Sometimes, the person you least expect is quietly captivated, struggling to keep their feelings hidden. Remember, love often whispers before it shouts. And if you pay attention, you can hear it. If you found this video helpful, hit that thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit from these insights. Don't forget to subscribe for more psychology tricks to master attraction. And as always, comment below. Have you seen these signs in anyone around you? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.